It looks good on paper. The specs are sharp. Got one wheel, a solid frame, and a name that comes up a lot in bike touring. But none of that answers the question. Does the Burley Coho XC actually make your ride better? So, here we're laying out what this trailer does right, where it struggles, and if it's the one you should take with you on the next big ride. Let's start with setup. Unboxing the Coho XC feels clean and straightforward. Everything's packed where it should be. You'll find the front yoke, the rear wheel, a fender, a couple of quick-release skewers, and the trailer frame. No tools needed for the setup, and honestly, putting it together feels pretty satisfying. The rear fork drops into place. The wheel goes in next with the quick-release skewer. Then, the fender pushes in and locks tight. Up front, the yoke slides in with another quick release. Throw the bungee net over the top, pop the flag into its slot, and that's it. You're good to go. The hitch system deserves credit. It's smart. Slides in and locks with one hand. There's a bright yellow lever to release it, which makes detaching super quick without fussing with pins or clips. But a little hiccup was the axle compatibility. Unless your bike runs a standard quick release, you're going to need a specific adapter. And not just any adapter. We're talking exact thread, length, and spacing for your setup. Getting that right took longer than it should have. Honestly, for a trailer at this price, Burley could have made this part more forgiving. Even including a common axle or clearer guidance would go a long way, once you've got the right adapter in place. But other than that, it was easy. And now, it's ready. Now, we can talk about the build. Nothing flimsy, no rattles, no loose ends. It's well constructed, no doubt. The frame is stiff, which keeps things stable, and the fender over the wheel does a good job blocking mud spray. Now let's move on to its capacity, how it holds things. This trailer gives you 70 liters of open space and up to 70 pounds of load. You pack heavy stuff down by the wheel, lighter stuff up top, and boom, it just works. The trailer doesn't shift, sway, or mess with your balance, as it doesn't have walls, so you can shape your load however you want. So, you can throw in odd-shaped things, tripod, some loose gear, but you've got to pack it smart. No walls means the shape of your load matters. Heavy stuff low, soft stuff on the top. The included bungee net does a solid job keeping it all in place, but if you throw things in without thinking, they'll shift, and you'll feel that. Now we had to see how it rides, because paper specs don't matter much if it can't keep up. The big selling point is the single wheel setup. And yeah, that part works. The single 16-inch wheel lines up right behind your rear tire. That's smart because it tucks in tight and doesn't catch on bushes or trail edges. It's narrow, just 17 inches wide, so it slides through single track or narrow paths without needing you to adjust your line too much. On twisty trails or narrow paths, the trailer follows your line. No weird swing outs, no dragging against bushes or trees. The coil spring suspension does its job well, especially when the trailer's fully loaded. We noticed way less bounce compared to trailers with no suspension at all. On bumpy trails, it kept the gear steady and reduced the rattle. The tire even has a fender, which helps keep your stuff clean if you hit wet patches. But yeah, when the trailer was lightly packed, it felt a little oversprung, almost too stiff. So, this thing likes a proper load. It's built for real cargo, not just a rain jacket and a water bottle. The kickstand deserves a quick shout. Yeah, it's solid. Stops the trailer from tipping over when parked. Makes loading way easier, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere and don't want your gear rolling into the bushes. Now, let's not skip over the details, because these are the things that made the Coho even better. First, the kickstand. We mentioned it earlier, but here's why we liked it. It's dual-legged and folds out like a motorcycle stand. It actually holds the bike up too. That's clutch when you're on uneven ground and need both hands free. Next, the hitch. That yellow release lever is super intuitive, and it locks tight. You don't hear rattles or feel loose connections once you're rolling. That gives you peace of mind, especially when you're off-road. And yeah, It works with a wide range of axle types. Whether your bike has a through axle, quick release, or even nutted axles, there's an adapter available. Also, it does fold down, which helps for storage. Just pull the wheel off, fold the sides, and boom. It's a compact slab that fits in most car trunks or closets. Practical, no doubt. Burley also added accessory mounts. You can bolt on extra racks, panniers, and other stuff. We didn't need that, but it's good to know the setup can grow with your needs. It's a well-constructed trailer. Nothing flimsy, no rattles, no loose ends. The frame is stiff, which keeps things stable. And the fender over the wheel does a good job blocking mud spray. We rode through some wet trails, and nothing got soaked or dirty inside the cargo area. Alright, here's where we don't hold back. First, it's not light. The trailer alone weighs over 21 pounds. Add your gear, and your total pull weight climbs fast. On flat ground, it's fine, but on climbs, you'll feel it. No doubt. Also, the suspension isn't adjustable. It's tuned for carrying loads, not riding light. If you only toss in a jacket and lunch, it's a bit stiff. You won't get the benefit unless you're properly packed. And the axle thing we mentioned earlier, it's a bit of a barrier. If you're not familiar with your bike's specs, ordering the right one can be tricky. Burley should honestly make this easier. Look, trailers usually aren't exciting, but the Burley Coho XC makes things way easier if you're hauling gear, and it's actually fun to use. Burley didn't overcomplicate it. They just made something that's built well and works right. You'll need the right axle adapter. You'll need to pack it smart. But once you get that sorted, it just does the job, without slowing you down and without making your ride miserable. So if you've been thinking about adding a trailer to your setup, this is the one we'd pick. It's not the cheapest, but it's the one that feels like it'll last, and the one you won't have to fight with. Try it out, load it up, and you'll see what we mean. So that was all. Hope we made things a bit clearer for you. If you've got any questions or thoughts, just drop a comment below. We'll be around. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.